How's it going, guys? C.W.G. and I left my bloody volume on like a twerp. Good evening. How the devil are you? I have left my beer on the table like a twat. Fucking hell. Start talking.
All twat things you want to do, mate?
Start talking.
Oh, look, there I am.
And there's the Leon.
Sat in the darkness.
See from the title, who is the White Rabbit? Hey everyone, C.W.G. 7263 on episode number 3 of the GBBW Wrestle Chat podcast. Here with my co-hosts, who it's bloody Babe Station Monkey, Babe Station Monkey, and Babe Station fucking Starboard over here. Everyone who's listening, they're actually lying down on their beds with duvet covers and everything. So
I'm on my sofa, thank you very much.
And Leon currently sat with the beautiful diamond crusted WWE United Kingdom Championship. It's gonna be mine with the WWE title. Which keeps falling apart. I remember you saying last time.
Well, that one's just come off now.
Oh no!
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's just plastic, mate.
Oh,
look at it.
Bloody hell!
Ooh! Oh, what have I done?
It's red zone. So, as you can tell from the chat, by the stream name, who is the White Rabbit? We're going to be talking about Monday's episode of Monday Night Raw, with the potential talking of Bray Wyatt potentially coming back to the WWE on Friday with the cryptic QR codes over the last episode of Raw.
Well, we don't know if he's coming back.
All we
know is there is something going to happen on 9/23.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did we watch Raw and how did we think of it, guys?
I watched bits.
Once again, yes, I have to agree on this one. I am at bits. The majority of my information comes from Twitter and the Twitter machines. So, yeah, you're going to have to bear with me. I didn't watch the matches in full, but I got the important information I need.
All I did was watch the bits that they've chucked up on YouTube, to be honest.
Well, the Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins match was meh. Anything with...
I quite like the way that Lashley countered that
the curb stomp. But it was
he planted his arms and didn't budge. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, the question is, has anyone ever stopped the stomp before like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think anybody ever has.
I don't think so. A couple of people have taken it.
The only thing I've ever seen as a counter-wise was when Orton threw him up in the air at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Into an RKO.
The greatest counter ever.
The greatest count, yeah.
But that's the only time I remember it being like fully countered like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. It was a good match.
Actually getting in my way.
It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. It was a good match to watch. It went to maybe 2 or 3 commercial breaks, but BT Sport doing BT Sport, when they went to a commercial break over here, it showed that the broadcast will show after this, but it had a picture of the Queen saying remembering Elizabeth, which I thought was a nice touch from BT Sport. It was a good.
Enough for this yet, lads.
It was a good show. It was.
As Brits.
Say again.
I feel like we've had enough of this, don't you?
Yeah.
She's dead. She's gone. All right.
She's gone now.
Appreciate it. Let her rest.
Yeah. Here comes the havoc now. It's Extreme Rules now. After this. So yeah, good back and forth match. Seth, I think, needs gold. definitely needs gold now because it's like we said last time, Leon. How long can this freaking feud go on between him and Riddle?
Yeah, but is it literally just a fucking doorstep for, once again, the return of somebody? I mean, I keep trying to remember, because obviously we're going to talk about the man of the myth, who could be coming back later. I'm trying to remember where he's going to slot in storyline-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know him and Seth had a big thing. I know him and Randy had a big thing. So, do we see Seth suddenly falling into the storyline with the returning Bray as where this is going? Because there is a teaser on the Extreme Rules poster for Riddle and Rollins, where in the top left corner, I think it is, there is a lantern. And it's not on any other. Go and search it up, Chris. While you're there.
Just
I
because
will have a look at the moment. Extreme Rules Peacock.
are they calling this Extreme Rules like the horror show again or something?
No, Horror Show was absolutely diabolical. That should have never been a thing. Saturday, October 8th, Extreme Rules. At the moment, it's Ronda is hell bent on reclaiming the SmackDown Women's title from Liv that she won the Fatal 5-Way match a couple of weeks ago, and that's the only thing that's Extreme Rules. That's the only thing that is Extreme Rules content at the moment. There's nothing else.
Well, I know
It
that
might be fan
Riddle
based then.
had a pit match or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, it's oh god.
Are they having the pit match?
Yeah, it's Matt Riddle. I've got it up here now. Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins will face each other inside the fight pit. Raw Underground confirmed. The stage is set for an
White
all-out
Rabbit,
brawl.
Shane McMahon. There you go.
Yeah.
I've solved it. Shane
Extreme
McMahon's coming
Rules.
back with the Raw Underground.
Riddle will tackle his bitter rival Rollins inside the fight pit. The self-proclaimed face of Monday Night Raw claimed he was done with the original bro and instead ready to pursue a championship goal during the US title match against Lashley on the red brand. However, Riddle distracted Rollins, ensuring Lashley retained and making it clear he was done with the visionary. Considering their volatile history, it was determined that the two will now clash in a highly anticipated showdown inside the fight pit. I'm not really into it. I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered with another Rollins Cody match. It's the fourth one. Yeah, Riddle Rollins match. I can't be asked. Can't be asked. It's gone. It's gone on too long now. What more can they do in this?
Very quiet, Monk. You're going to have to shout.
I was going to say, this fight pit, that's the underground stuff, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
So apparently it was NXT. I think it was the COVID times. And what it literally is the ring goes down instead of up. So then there's like a lip around the top where people look down into the pit.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
they fight in it. That's from the image I've seen. Plus, he's also bringing back War Games from NXT.
Oh, yes. Survivor Series. Bring November on, man.
With the fight pit, then, the reason it going down is like you can't escape, you can't get out the ring thing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's just like a cage, but in reverse.
Yeah.
Whether they do it that way or not, they might do it in a way where it is basically a backwards cage where it goes up, and then the people stand on the top. So it looks like a pit from one angle, but it's not.
Well, I, for one, am quite excited to watch that because I like Riddle. So
You're the only one.
You are, yeah, you are the only one. If I tell you one thing, mate, bringing the Clash of the Castle up. If I didn't, we never heard. Literally, we never heard a single Riddle chant in that arena. There was no.
In fact, it was the quietest reaction of the night. Was Riddle's entrance.
Well, I think I would have been the only one there cheering him on then, because I love Riddle. To be honest with you,
but
I don't know. He's just. I can't get behind him personally.
No, I can't. No offense, he's good, but he's just not spectacular at all. He's not great. Next was the segment with recapping the contract sign, not the press conference between what's his face, Riddle, Roman Reigns and Logan Paul for the Clash, Crown Jewel. What do we think? What do we think?
Waste of my time.
Yeah.
It's just bollocks, absolute bollocks.
I don't understand it, but I am intrigued to see how they're going to do it, because if they throw Logan in there just to be squashed in a few minutes, then it's a waste of time and it was pointless in doing it. So I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen. And I reckon,
say that, Monk. Go on, sorry.
I reckon that Jake Paul's going to make an appearance as well to help Logan against the Bloodline or something.
No.
Like, be ringside sort of thing. That's what I can see them doing.
I think literally the only reason it's going ahead is because they had no other major star power to throw into a big match and draw big numbers for the Saudi event. And it's literally a money-making draw thing. And it's wrong. It's stupid. How the hell can Logan Paul have 2 matches and the third match be a title match?
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke.
And not only a title match for the most prestigious title in the company against the top star in the company.
I said that.
On a big brand show. It's stupid. Absolute bollocks.
On Saudi's WrestleMania, yeah.
Yeah, they'll normally feed, like, Goldberg or something to him.
No legitimacy to it. There is literally no legitimacy to Logan Paul being able to fight Roman Reigns. None whatsoever.
But don't
if
get
it's
me
not
wrong,
a match, I'm going to be pissed.
Don't get me wrong, I ain't going to take it away from Logan. Logan is doing phenomenal. He is. For the short space of time that he was...
Can you please elaborate on that? Because why do you think he's doing good?
No, what I mean is, like, from what he's done, like, move-wise in the ring and stuff, you can just tell that he's taking it seriously. He's not in there just to get a bit of money and to mess around.
Right.
He's taking it serious. And you can tell that he's put the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree that it's stupid putting him in a WWE Universal Championship match. Especially in his third match. It's stupid.
It's basically, I think it's basically what they calling filler. And saying what Pete Quinnell said on the Wrestle Chat, the Wrestle Talk. If this is filler, it's 7 weeks until Saudi. That's fucking a lot of filler. Just for...
That's more than enough time to get someone else.
Yeah.
And that basically writes off any title matches for any pay-per-views before then.
Yeah, because what is Roman now going to do? What's Roman going to do for Extreme Rules?
Well, have a wank back sounds of it.
Yeah. He ain't going to do much at all.
But it doesn't make much more sense. But at Saudi, they could have put Tyson in there.
Why would they put Tyson in there?
It would have made more sense.
Put AJ in there, put Balor in there, Rollins. I could keep going. Owens. There's so many people you could feed to him, which makes a hell of a lot more sense than any star power bullshit. It's fucking stupid. It screams Vince McMahon to me.
Talking on that, do you think he's still in the behind the
No.
scenes?
No, I don't think he is.
Rumors he's coming back.
Oh God.
They want
So all
to
the changes
they want to
that
induct him
Vince
into the
is
Hall of Fame
making-
next year. Nah,
You what? Sorry.
they want to induct him into the Hall of Fame next year.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
That was
I
one of
think-
the rumors as well, that they were inducting him into the
how
Hall of
can
Fame.
you induct the man who made the business into his own Hall of Fame?
Because
Well,
he's
Oh.
the ass kisser, isn't he? He's the one that made this a big national thing. There's no one bigger than Vince McMahon in his eyes.
but he has said no one's bigger than Vince McMahon before, so
The man bamboozles me.
Personally, I don't think he should go in, but we're off topic now. as,
We've been off topic since we started.
yeah. But
You're
as,
doing a Raw review. We came on to talk about the White Rabbit.
But in between the commercial break, there was videos going over online about what was the song, Leon?
So, what is happening is about 3-4 days ago, during the live shows, so obviously these are not the film shows, these are live, just general normal shows, they started playing during sort of break times White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. Now, for those who don't know, White Rabbit from Jefferson Airplane is quite a hypnotic song. It is linked to a lot of media, and you will know it. It's one of those things you will know it. It's been on TV adverts. It's been in so many films. And what's happening is this song starting up with the lights out, and as it gets to the building up at the end of the song, red lights start to beam out from the stage, and then the ring starts beaming red. And as the song finishes, under the lyrics, feed your head, then the lights go out again. So this has obviously then started a weird sort of internet conspiracy mystic chase. And it's definitely set up just for the internet and the marks, because they knew for a fact this was going to get out onto the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They knew for a fact people were going to talk about it from that side of things. We've seen mysterious hands in the background, haven't we?
Yes.
We've seen many, many little teasers of our friend, The Fiend. But now we are moving towards what looks like the end game. We don't know it is, because, as we will explain now, this is me taking over your show now.
It's okay. It's our show. We said this.
It's my show. Back off! I'm the UK champion.
I think we've lost Monkey.
We
Oh,
have
Are we still here?
currently lost the image of Monkey. He's clearly stripping off nude.
Oh, he's back.
There he is. Must have been doing something private. So, not only have we had the White Rabbit during the breaks, we've had it now on the break room Raw. So literally, before the Damage Control celebration, which involved the team of Damage Control, and it also involved Alexa Bliss
Mm-hmm.
with Bianca Belair and Asuka to come down and get involved as well. We had the White Rabbit song again. Full, everybody with the phones out, doing fireflies, and then the crescendo with the red lights. Back in Lucha Underground, a certain wrestler who's joined the WWE once again, going by the name of Karrion Kross, he was Killer Kross then, had a character in Lucha Underground. If you don't know, Lucha Underground, while it's a wrestling promotion, promotion. It is 100% a show. They are characters. They murder each other. They kill people. It is absolute mayhem, bedlam. I didn't know this. I just thought it was like lucha wrestling, but no, it's literally they all play characters, and it's like a proper TV show. And in that, Paul London and Karrion Kross was a part of a little stable in which Karrion Kross was the White Rabbit. That was his name. He came out to that song, and his poster he used to sign had "Follow Me" above his head, the White Rabbit. So this has fed a lot of speculation to Karrion Kross being the White Rabbit. Mm-hmm. Very easily connected. Problem being, and I'm sure you boys will agree with me on this one, why the hell would you repackage what is currently really working really well?
Yeah.
So a lot of people agreed with this sentiment and decided to ask the man himself. And Karrion has made quite a few comments denying it's him. He's not killed it, he's not squashed it, but he says, pretty much it's not me, but definitely watch what's happening and enjoy and have fun. Then we come to the QR codes. So, during Austin Theory's warm-up, during Raw, right behind him on the wall, little box of a QR code with "Come Find Me," I think it says, on the top, and then the QR code itself. The QR code links to a WWE website page, which has, I believe it says "Feed Your Head" in a spiral with a little rabbit, and the little rabbit jumps in. Then comes up a hangman. Is it called Hangman?
Hangman.
It is Hangman.
Yeah.
So the Hangman game. And it says, the question is, who killed the world? And there's 2 words to fill in. And the little bunny jumps along the bottom. And what people have noticed as well is the rabbit spells out demon.
Yeah.
Demon. And then finishes the words off. And the words in the end, "you did," come up. Very much in the font used by Bray Wyatt in the Fiend mode when he had the lamb shirt. And the font is exactly the same as what was on there. Also in the bottom left-hand corner, was it bottom right? Bottom right-hand corner, there's an hourglass spinning. Very much Karrion Kross. But a red circle is around it. Now, Bray Wyatt, on his Twitter, has been covering his Twitter in red circles for months. So the thought process there is, I'm sorry, Karrion, but it looks like the target is on your back, my friend. If it is Bray coming back. Or it could be a fact that Bray's saying he's a part of the circle. Who knows? But after that, after it's revealed that you did kill the world, it then jumps into another spiral, does the rabbit, fucks off down another rabbit hole. And I believe the words on that one are "Feed Your Head." And that is as far as we've gone, really, for major evidence from the actual WWE itself. There was another QR code which was carried by a member of the audience across the screen in the background. And that just went to a picture with the rabbit once again in the circle. And I think it was "Come Find Me." Or "Come Follow Me." Mm-hmm. That right, "Come Follow Me." Which leads into the whole White Rabbit Karrion Kross character with the "Follow Me." Then you've got Bray Wyatt's personal artist, Kyle A. Scarborough, I believe his name is. He's taken to Twitter to produce a very, very excellent White Rabbit image where it's the White Rabbit suit, mask, the jaws missing, his arms torn off, there's blood pouring out. It looks like he's chewing on barbed wire. He's also then put out a Dexter Loomis picture. He's also put out a picture of what looks like Bray Wyatt's profile picture off his Twitter account. and some sort of wooded scene with a white light in the middle. I believe that is all we have of official sort of teasers, other than Bray's obviously crazy fucking writings. But for me, it is looking very, 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 very much like we've got Bray coming back, and Karrion Kross is definitely involved. Now, to add to the Alexa Bliss stuff, which I forgot about, during the damage control segment, she does state to Bayley, "You think yourself is 10 feet tall." Now, in the lyrics to the White Rabbit song, it mentions Alice in Wonderland and Alice being 10 foot tall. So people have gone, oh, maybe. During her match, when she hits a drop kick, the lights flicker on and off like that. So is Bliss going to go back into the Fiend world? It's looking likely as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've got for the moment. I'm going to actually let someone else talk.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know what to say now. You've literally hit the nail on the head with all that conspiracy. But yeah.
I mean, do we fully believe it's definitely Bray? Because there is little segments in little sections which can be associated with so many other wrestlers. The demon bit. Could it be another Judgment Day character?
Nah.
Are we getting the wool pulled over our eyes? And it's just Judgment Day once again, and Finn's bringing the demon back.
Oh!
Is it?
I think they've done very well to keep this a mystery.
Yeah, Dave.
Well, no, because it seems too obvious as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now that
but that's the point. It's so obvious that you look in the wrong directions, and it just throws you off. Because then, like, you'll start thinking it's one thing, and then you'll see something else and be like, "But wait, that could mean it's this." So they're literally dragging you between so many things that you don't know what's going on. My next one is: do we when this all comes to light and it gets revealed what it is?
Has Hunter got the balls to really drop the ball now? Because if it's not Bray, he's going to have a riot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a riot it'd be as well. Because people will lose their shit if it's not Bray. I mean, the one thought I had as well, and I mentioned it to you boys earlier, is what if it's Malachi Black?
I don't think it's going to be Malachi Black this close to him releasing from AEW.
He's been in talks with him for months.
I get that.
Absolute months. Requested his release months ago.
ASMR.
I'm sure that he, because of mental health, didn't he?
Yeah, I heard that. But Zelina's been very, very quiet. She hasn't said anything on social media about Malachi. Hasn't. She's been a good, devoted wife and not said anything to press or anything. So I don't know. I mean, with Malachi Black stepping down from AEW, I do think that he's come out and said that he's taking some time off for mental health. He's not been used on the roster as much as he wanted to be. He's had literally 2 matches in the space of 2022. Hasn't got used to his best ability, which is shocking because Malachi is on another level compared to most of the people on the roster. He's got that spooky factor. He's got the mixed martial arts factor. He can wrestle. He can play that spooky side. I literally just said that. He can play that spooky side. So you'd only think that Malachi would make a return to WWE because Vinnie Mac's not in control. He was a Triple H guy. Triple H wanted him to be a massive thing when he came up to the roster. Triple H got kicked down, got fucking shot down with everything, got laid off. And then he turns up in AEW and they don't use him. In my mind, that's fucking stupid because Malachi's got the talent. Mostly everybody who left WWE and went to AEW. But once again, a conversation we said a couple of weeks ago, Leon. Do we think that people, because of Cody, will jump back to WWE? Will they take that jump and go to WWE again now that Triple H is running the show? Now that week in and week out, episodes of SmackDown, episodes of Raw, NXT, they're all changing because of him being in control. There's no more Vince to stop people from being creative. There's not people being kept back in the dark from saying, you know what, I think I've got an idea of how we can go with this character. I think it will be real substantial to the story.
Do you know this?
Speculation.
Thank you. We don't know how Trips is running it. We just hope it's going to run better. But he still might be stifling them. I mean, look what he's just come out and said about blood. You don't want blood back. And there's a lot of wrestlers who like to use blood in their stories. Okay, now Ric Flair would be pissed.
Yeah.
Because if you've got like Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules, they are kind of like you sometimes expect blood in those matches.
Yeah.
Without
an Extreme Rules match, it'd been extreme.
Exactly, and it's like that's kind of stupid. I don't think the no blood thing is a smart move.
I get where he's coming from though, because you've got a position now where he's responsible for a company which is very, very much in the public eye. Vince has proven that many, many times. And to encourage bleeding again from a show that is, it's going to be PG-13, I get that. But you've got a responsibility for all those people watching, the healthy wrestlers in a world full of pandemics and things. Do you really want them pissing blood everywhere?
Yeah.
So I got to say, it's one of them ones. Is Monk gone?
No.
He's still here.
Okay. As for the creativity side of things, I'm still not convinced until I see it properly that they've got full creativity back. Let's see what happens if Bray does come back because he's the most creative of the lot.
Yeah.
You've got to remember is Trips can be power hungry.
Yeah.
He was the king of the golden shovel.
Yep.
He was the king of no cell. He was also the king of this is my belt, fuck off.
Yep. King of kings and all that.
Yeah. So pinch of salt for now. Yes, the grass is greener. It's very green, but you never know. But on the AEW stuff, AEW's just fucking imploded, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely imploded. With what's happened with CM Punk, Kenny Omega, the Bucks, Hangman Page, all getting suspended over a fight, and fucking CM Punk losing his shit, quite literally, live on air.
What was that all about?
So, if you read it from Punk's point of view, he feels massively disrespected by the people in charge. So the people in charge of AEW are Tony Khan, and then you've got your executive vice producers, executive vice presidents.
Kenny and the Young Bucks.
Kenny and the Young Bucks, yeah. It was Cody as well, but obviously when Cody left, he must have given up his vice presidency. So they are, people in charge. Now, they're best mates with Hangman Page. There's no doubt about it. They always have been. And when Hangman and Punk were feuding, Hangman said quite a lot of home truths live on air and never ever ran it past Punk first. He just shot his mouth in what's been said quite literally as a shoot promo on him. And instead of encouraging it, Punk's been a little bit of a bitch. And he's taken his bat and ball home almost.
A little bit.
He's proper gone off the fucking saying basically everyone's a twat. He's the best. He's working with kids. They're all idiots. Give him the belt and let him reign supreme. And then they all got into a bit of a fight, a real life fight backstage, in which somebody bit Kenny Omega's arm. Someone else threw a chair into Nick Jackson's head. And Kenny Omega was seen sprinting away with CM Punk's dog to save the dog from the fight. Absolute chaos.
People were apparently punched in the face. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Bitten. Whose wife was there? Axel Steele, is it? Punk's real life friend or something. His wife.
See, I don't even know who this guy is.
He's
the guy who bit Omega.
Apparently,
not a clue who he is.
Apparently, he trained Punk or something, and him and Punk are tight. But his wife was there, and from Punk's recollection, it was the Young Bucks that started the whole thing when they kicked his door in, and then words got exchanged. To the Young Bucks, apparently Punk threw the first strike at one of the, I think it was Nick. How we doing, pal? Thank you very much. 3 homies, just chilling and streaming. Yeah, that's us. We're talking about Raw and Karrion Kross and just bit things in general. Just talking wrestling with an I instead of an E.
So, is that why when Punk did an interview, he was covered in blood then?
He literally... No, that was just
that
before.
was after the match. He just basically defeated Mox for the belt.
All right, so that's not related then.
No. Okay. Sorry, what's his face? Punk had just finished up a match with Moxley.
Just said this.
With Moxley for the title.
Just said this.
And literally just went off on one.
All right, no, I just thought that would have been sort of the interview after that real fight then.
Thank you for coming into the stream, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was just literally what was going on at the time.
But yeah, literally he kicked up a fuss, said that he was the best in the world. Started talking about Colt Cabana and the whole thing with him and Colt just going on and saying like, why should I give a fuck about Colt Cabana? I don't care where he eats, where he sleeps, what promotion he's in. Apparently, I got him fired from AEW and he started working for Ring of Honor. But then when you have some fucking stupid, egotistical prick like Hangman Page who goes into business for himself and doesn't confront or doesn't talk to him about it, then that puts Punk in a situation where he literally wants to go in for himself and literally tell him how it is, while fucking what's his face, Tony Khan is sat right next to, like literally Khan is sat right next to him. Oh, look at that gold! Literally just sat there. The only gold I've got is in my CAD.
Strangely enough, I've got another belt over there. Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, the plastic WWE title. I will pay the transit.
I'll have to come down and drop it off, won't I?
That's fine by me,
what
mate.
A shame.
And yeah, it's just literally just gone to piss. But
So basically, AEW is just falling apart from the
yeah,
inside.
yeah, 100%. It's cracking from the inside, mate. Literally, it's cracking from the inside.
And that was supposed to be the next big thing to take over WWE.
It's never going to take over WWE, mate.
But I think this is close to the show when...
WWE is in a friggin' league of its own. There is no one bigger than WWE.
As everybody knows, wrestling, like professional wrestling and stuff like that, like WWE, AEW, and all that stuff, is all scripted. We all know this. And the fact that somebody's gone live on air and dropped promos on somebody that probably wasn't even scripted to be said just shows that they can't even control their own talent.
Yeah.
This is the problem they had from the start, is they've always had a open creativity sort of situation. And it works. Don't get me wrong, it will work. But you still need somebody in control to say, no, that's too far. Or, make sure you do it properly.
You should you can have free creativity and stuff. That's cool and everything. But there should be someone that you have to go to and be like, right, this is what I'm thinking. This is sort of what I want to do. What do you think? It should be given the okay before being allowed to go on air.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, the wrestling has been fantastic. If you ever watch AEW properly, it's a fantastic show. Wrestling show.
It really is.
It's amazing. And I think the biggest problem and the way this downfall started was signing far too many WWE men. They did a WCW. That's where WCW went wrong. Is they signed all these ex-WWE blokes, and they took over the show, and all your WCW player stars who were literally carrying the business died off, and you've just seen it basically happen again in AEW. Darby Allin's disappeared. Orange Cassidy's dropped down. All these people that were building really well are just disappearing because Daniel Bryan's there, Moxley's there, Jericho's there, Malachi Black, Keith Lee, Swerve. I mean, the list just keeps going. Well, no, because they've killed him off. They've ruined Rusev. Rusev might as well, he probably will end up back. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
I said that to you a couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
Darby Allin, weren't they doing a thing with him and Sting?
Yep.
Well, Sting, once again, he's just been left in limbo, with Darby.
Well, apparently there's a match tomorrow night. That's because they've got the... Khan has filed the rights for Dark Order or some sort of House of Black thing. But now that what's his freaking face? Malachi Black stepped down. They've still
There's
got
no black.
There's no black for the House of Black. But apparently the rumor going round is that Sting is going to be the new face of the House of Black. So either that's going to make...
Really does not fit. Now, if you'd have put Darby as the face of Black, then yeah, that works. But Sting? Yeah, I get it. He dresses in black and he puts face paint on. But it's completely different from the heavy metal, gothic fucking Viking-esque look of the House of Black.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't
Sting
think that
is
really
not. That is like sticking Hogan in DX.
It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And we were there during Attitude Era. If what's Hogan without NWO? It's like you decide to put Hogan in DX and say, you know what, put your groin chops and don't hulk up in front of everyone and be somebody different. You can't copy and paste Sting on top of a group like the Dark Order just because.
House of Black.
Yeah. What did I say?
Dark Order.
Dark Order.
Which is, that's been fucked ever since, rest in peace, Brody went.
Yeah.
I mean, they really should have just ended that there and then. I really do feel sorry for everybody involved in that group.
Yeah.
Because he just killed it. Absolutely killed that group.
Literally, figuratively and geographically.
Yeah. But once again, we've trailed off a little bit.
Yeah, we have. But
then again, is there anything else to discuss in the Rabbit context?
in the Rabbit,
we know who he's going to be.
I want it to be Bray, but the way it's going,
I think, to be fair, a lot of it is pointing to Bray. He's been gone for a while, and he was only gone because of budget cuts, and Vince got rid of him. If Vince hadn't got rid of him, I honestly think he would have still been with the company now.
But because
like Trips has actually said in an interview, the problem with Bray is I think the way he basically tried to word it was he's too creative for his own good. He's got too many ideas constantly firing that you just can't keep up with him. You need to be able to point and shoot him, but it's quite hard to do.
Well, I mean, the thing that fucked Bray up was him becoming Universal Champion and being squashed by Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Well and truly,
I said it early, didn't I?
Yeah, you might as well have gotten Bray and said, "Look, Bray, or Rotunda, we're doing this. We're gonna, we're thinking about
they didn't protect him.
No,
in any way, shape, or form with it. He was squashed.
Well and truly squashed, and it sucks.
But yeah, look at who he destroyed everybody. And I mean everybody.
Did he though? Did he really destroy everybody? Because
he was just. You just couldn't put him down. It was impossible to pin. Impossible
you know
to
what
beat.
I mean? He
absolutely. I'm
agreeing
agreeing with you.
Down and all that stuff. And then you put him against this fucking old guy. Yeah, there you go. You lose. I mean, the fuck.
Absolutely. The entire point of the Fiend character was he was a supernatural being who could not be stopped. And as soon as you stop that could not be stopped, you've got no supernatural being anymore. No. You've just got a character. And and that's the thing which I think everyone's got to remember is the Fiend does not work long-term booking wise.
No.
You can't do it. And this is why I think when he comes back, it's got to be Bray again. It can't be a Fiend as such. It has to be a segmented version of Bray in which there is some realness to him where he can lose matches and survive. He can, build a wrestling story and a wrestling persona again and be creative with it and move forward. So all these thoughts of the Fiend coming back, it's himself. And all these people being the real life embodiment of the puppets. So that's the rumor going at the moment that you've got Mercy the Buzzard as in the hunter of Dexter Loomis. You've got the pig would for some strange reason it's apparently going to be Bliss. You've got the rabbit being Killer Cross, carrying grass. What other puppet was there? All right. So Mercy the Buzzard.
It was Vince's puppet.
Hank the Pig. There's Vince, yeah, but you're not going to have Vince the Devil at your back.
No.
There's a page on the wall and John Cena. You're just going to have John Cena come back. But yeah, the theoretical sort of thought is you're going to have each of them as the living embodiments of the puppets, each of the puppets, with their own fucked up masks.
Yeah.
I reckon they should chuck Braun back into it. Because Braun and Bray worked I quite enjoyed them when they were working together.
I mean,
the problem you've got you've got to avoid any sort of callbacks to the original Wyatt family, because all you're going to get talk of then is Brody Lee.
Yeah.
And at this point, you need to cut all ties with Brody. Because it's just overshadow. It will overshadow.
I mean, this is the Fiend's defeat list from when he became the Universal Champion. Crown Jewel, he defeated Rollins. He then defended the title against Rollins on an episode of Monday Night Raw, WWE Live. It was him versus Bray Wyatt. The Fiend was then on Monday Night Raw. Hell in a Cell. It ended in a draw, which was fucking shocking. The Fiend then defeated Randy Orton in a Firefly. No, Randy Orton defeated the Fiend in a Firefly Inferno. Bray then defeated Orton. He defeated The Miz. He defeated Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman got defeated by... Yeah, The Fiend and Braun got defeated by Roman in the title unification match. No, the Universal Championship match. When he came back at Payback. It was then Bray versus Braun. Money in the Bank Part 1. WrestleMania, we defeated John Cena. The Fiend was defeated by Goldberg. That didn't do any fucking good for him. Absolutely destroyed him. Fucking destroyed him.
I think that was where he started to go down.
Well, went down. Well, I'm sorry to say this to people who were a fan of it, but where it went wrong for the Fiend is Bliss.
Yeah.
Bliss was a horrendous fucking addition to it. And the very last match will always go down for me as horrendous. They rebuilt him. He came back as this fire demon version of the Fiend. And Bliss distracts him. And he loses to an RKO.
Yeah. There was no point. There was absolutely no point. Excuse me, my God. He should not have lost to Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
Where did Randy go from there?
Fucking nowhere.
Try and remember where Randy went from there.
No.
Because he went fucking nowhere. What has he been since? A tag team champion with RK Bro.
Well, I am hoping that Bray does come back, and if he does come back, he needs to come back as Bray, not the Fiend, not some alter ego, but it just needs to be Bray. Because think about it, when he was in the Wyatt family and stuff, he was quite, not to be rude to him, he was quite big.
What's going on, Chris?
He disappeared.
You were having a fucking laugh.
What the hell was it? Oh, thank you. But yeah, he disappeared. He came back. He'd lost loads of weight, toned himself
Remember,
up.
we can't see anything, Chris.
I know you can't, but I'm looking at my John Cena. Fucking hell! I am literally looking at my John Cena 2018. This collectible contains an actual piece of the ring canvas from WWE 2K from Royal Rumble 2017 with the signed picture from John Cena. And his fucking signature disappearing off the fucking picture.
You can't see it. Sorry.
Are you seriously taking the fucking piece?
Are you sure about that?
Why would you display it somewhere where it's in direct sunlight?
It's not in fucking direct sunlight. That's a fucking problem.
Mate,
it's in a conservatory.
Oh yeah, sorry, conservatory.
Office.
Fucking hell, you none. Just look at that. The picture is in the container.
That's container, by the way.
And then I mean, look at that. The piece of you can't see it, but that is the card with the piece of ring mat. Oh my lord! His signature.
You taking it apart?
It's got a magnet on it. The case has got a magnet. It just. You know what? You fucking know what? I am taking a fucking video of that. I am taking a video of that and I am tagging Cena in it because Mysterios, you can still see Mysterios. Fucking
Hey,
see.
It's just like John. You just can't see him.
Sorry.
That is absolutely fucking pathetic. You are taking the piss. I've had that since 2018 and it's disappearing. Are you fucking mad? I know we can see your lovely title.
Yeah, that's not disappearing, mate.
That's pissed me. I literally just looked up and saw.
Does it piss you off? I wouldn't have guessed, mate. Totally pissed on what
Do you know
Monk
what the
was
worst
saying. And
part is?
no chance you can remember.
I can't even remember what I was saying.
No,
Yeah,
neither,
no,
I
I
can't. I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
He's disgusted.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. I was just saying about how the fact that when Bray was Wyatt family Bray, he was quite big and he obviously disappeared for a while, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then when he came back, he had slimmed down a bit, toned up, got himself into proper shape, and it was sick. He looked phenomenal. Like the transformation that he went through to go from what he was to the physique. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do.
Yeah, to the physique that he was as the Fiend Bray Wyatt was absolutely phenomenal. And just to fuck him up and screw it was just stupid. Fuck's sake.
Right. Just to listen to everybody who's listening to the podcast. We came back from Clash of the Castle a few weeks ago, and my son had taken his plastic WWE Championship, and I left it in the car. And because Leon's from Wakefield, it was in the back of his car. So he then drove all the way up to Wakefield with Charlie's title, my son's title, in his car, and then got back home and says, "Oh, I've got a gift. I've been left a gift from your Charlie," and it was the. Well, that does look good on you, though, mate. Looks good, doesn't it? So want one. When I had that picture taken in the audience with that bloke's title, £380 they are on WWE Shop. Unbelievable.
No, going back to the whole Bray Wyatt thing, though, I really hope he does come back, but they have to bring him back as Bray.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be so much more he can do as Bray than he would be able to as the Fiend. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the Fiend was cool. I liked the concept of it and stuff. I really enjoyed the mask. The mask that he wore looked fucking amazing. I loved that. But like you guys have said, the problem with the Fiend was he's this like supernatural being that can't be put down, and after a while, it gets stale because you're like, oh well, I know who's going to win this match. It's kind of obvious, and you kind of lose. For me, at least, you kind of lose a bit of interest in it.
What
But
else?
you couldn't
What
get
else can you
anywhere.
do? What else can you do with it?
So yeah, there's nowhere you can take that apart from he's going to win every time because he's supernatural and can't be beaten. It gets boring. To start off with, it's cool, it's new, it's exciting. And then after a while, it's like, this is just the same shit. So, But and then you're saying, I think it was you, Leon, saying about how that these people are going to be like the real life puppets from the Firefly Funhouse. That sounds like it's going to be dangerously close to being the Wyatt family.
Yep. Well, that's where people see these things. They see everything as copy and paste, and I'm just hoping that there's a little bit more creativity. Like you say, there needs to be, because the Fiend can't survive in the current WWE environment. It's a character which is, once
it's already
again, like you
being
say,
done, which is Roman Reigns. So it's stupid to have two people that can't be beaten. Because that's basically what Roman Reigns is.
Yeah, but you think with Reigns is he scraped through a lot of barrels, and he scraped through under the look of the bloodline. So that always adds a bit of a this time he might lose element to it. So that's where the writing has been kind of correct. Yes, you always know who's going to be the winner at the end of it. Unless you're at Clash of the Castle and you really, really thought it was Drew. It's been written in a way that you know it's coming. You know he's going to lose at some point. With the Fiend, he was that supernatural that you'd have
you just knew it wasn't going to happen, which is why when it happened, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? I think Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, losing a match and losing the title would have been absolutely fine. Wouldn't have given a shit. But the fact that they gave it to a part-timer like Goldberg is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It was literally...
There is so many more people that more deserving.
We said that
could have done more with it.
We said that about when he came back and beat Brock at Survivor Series. When Brock had...
But that's a match that's been... like people have kind of wanted for a long time, because they had a match back in the day, and then
you got to remember as well, when he beat Brock, it was a time where nobody beat Brock, and then he beat Brock, and he beat him clean and decisively, and that was fantastic. That worked. It worked perfectly then. Fair enough. And it's a case of, like you say, they fought many times in the past and never really had it properly. But it did work. I'm sorry, but it did work. Goldberg beating Brock was very, very satisfying. But Goldberg beating Wyatt was career suicide.
Yeah.
Always was, and always will be.
Because think about it, the match between Goldberg and Brock wasn't for a title, it was just a fight. So win or lose, it didn't really matter. But the fact that Wyatt was champion, if you're going to make him lose his first match kind of thing, because that was his first loss, I believe.
Yeah.
And if you're going to give someone their first loss as their character... No, it was second. If you said he lost to Orton in the Firefly match.
No, yeah, that was the year after.
Goldberg was the Fiend's first loss, because that's where everything went downhill for the Fiend. But if you're gonna give him like his first loss as that character and stuff, you need to make it meaningful. Give it to someone that they're gonna benefit from.
We all said that about the streak, though, didn't we? The Taker streak.
Yeah.
And do we now, in hindsight, still think Brock should have got it?
Brock shouldn't have won. No.
But to be fair, even Brock said he didn't want to do it. It was Taker's choice.
I think.
But then even Taker said after that he wish he hadn't.
Taker losing to Brock.
Fiend should have had that.
Should not have lost. He should not have lost.
Wait, who?
Fiend. Fiend should have been the one to defeat Taker's streak.
But
think about it. Because Taker was like a kind of supernatural kind of thing. It would have made sense for the Fiend to be the one to lay him to rest as such.
And you could have written to the story that he absorbed his soul and the souls of all his victims.
But the thing is, with
that's better creativity.
With that whole Undertaker losing to Brock the year before, did he lose to? Did he beat Bray the year after? He beat Bray the year after, then faced Roman, and Roman beat him because that was supposed to be his farewell, but he felt like it wasn't the way to go. So, I could understand that the match that was him and Roman, it wasn't fantastic, and he said in multiple...
Excuse me.
Huh?
Says excuse me.
He's said on multiple times that he hasn't watched the match back because of how he did in the match, how he felt the match went, him and Roman, and you could tell that he wasn't great in the match with Roman.
You're talking about Taker here, yeah?
Yeah. But then he had the match with Cena. He was in the best physical being that he was in for such a long time, and the match went maybe 2 minutes.
That was just a squash
they
match.
didn't really want to do it, did they?
No.
Well, no, Cena just kept going on and on and on.
But the best thing for Taker was the year after when he faced AJ. You got AJ Styles.
I didn't like that match.
I fucking loved it.
I loved it.
Absolutely loved it. It was the best.
It was just absolute nuts, and that's what, especially during COVID, it was exactly what we needed. No audience,
it's not
no
that
crowd.
It was shit. I just didn't really. It didn't make much sense to me, at least.
No, it was amazing, Monk.
No. I mean, I
When
think the way it was
behind him, and he's got. Oh, that was so funny. It was funny. It was just plain, just entertainment.
I mean, if you watch the documentary with on the Undertaker, the last ride of the Undertaker on the network, if you haven't watched it, please go ahead and watch it because it's fantastic. They had to do like cut scenes and everything else, but he busted his hand open, and they had to completely reset and stop the match and then carry on. But if that was live and that happened, he would have been fucking. He would have bled out. But it was so good.
Well, no, because if it was live, like a proper match, that wouldn't have happened in the first place. I don't know. I think the problem for me, it didn't feel like a wrestling match. To me, it felt like I was watching a movie. It just felt odd. It felt off. It didn't feel.
That's what the point of it was. Yeah. To be fair, it was supposed to be a movie. If that was the whole point
of it, then fair enough. They smashed it out the fucking park. But to me, it just felt off. It didn't feel right watching it.
I know what you mean.
I know what you're saying. I will say
the one thing I did like was how the fact he kind of went back to the badass Undertaker with the motorbike and stuff. That I did quite like.
He needed Limp Bizkit to come out, so that's what he needed.
What?
That would have been sick, but I don't know if they have the licensing for that anymore.
Me and Beck said the year before that because it was the whole Undertaker versus Cena thing, and we discussed that if Undertaker came back as the American Badass, because it was in Texas that year, and we said, right, if he comes out to Limp Bizkit, Cena's winning. If he comes out as the Undertaker, the dead man, he's winning, bar none. I said it's going to be happening. It'll be a blockbuster match. And it was 2 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck have we just watched? Undertaker.
I kind of felt like they might as well have just not have fucking done that one, to be honest. Because Cena is best. Super Cena.
Undertaker was in his best the best he'd been put for years to have this match with Cena, and literally just like a
They
wet.
ended it within like a minute and a half.
He ended it
minutes.
with it was like a wet fart. It shouldn't even have fucking happened. And I said I had so much
And the
high
point
hopes
is
for
the
it.
fact that it was against Cena of all people. You would have expected a little bit fucking more.
Yeah.
Because fuck me, he's known as Super Cena. Like, the fuck was that match? That was bullshit. And then there's Cena going, like, shitting on people. Oh, you're a part-timer, you're a part-timer. I do this better part-time than you do full-time and all that crap.
It's
And
like
now
Roman Reigns has been saying in the past and is now a part-timer.
Exactly. I just don't get it because Cena's going, oh, I'll be back. Fuck off. Because when he, don't get me wrong, I like Cena, I do.
I know you do.
But
I do.
bringing him
I
back,
do because I buy a
guarantee...
fucking limited edition fucking signature from him, and the cunt disappears.
Fucking, I've started it again. Right, we're moving off the topic of Cena. But nah, I just don't. Like, don't get me wrong. The rare appearance from Cena is sick. Whatever. But there's no point. There's no real connection to the stories. It feels kind of forced.
That's the problem we've had with the WWE for so long, though, is there being no stories.
No.
And it's about time, and this is what we're hoping for with the role and the reign of the King of Kings, is we start getting stories again. And it seems to be working that way. We've got the long-term booking coming in of Dexter and The Miz. We've got the long-term booking of Killer Cross and... I keep calling Killer Cross. Karrion Kross and Drew. And we seemingly got a very long booking of Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. Where is this going to go? I don't know at the moment. But we've Solo
teaming up with Owens and taking the tag titles, to be honest. I see Sami getting like information on them and then using it against them and winning the tag team titles or some shit. Because that's just the sort of thing I can imagine Sami doing.
Why would you bring back Sami and Kev again and again and again and again?
Because at the minute, because he's having a run-in with
Solo, Jimmy.
Jimmy J. I'm on about KO at the minute. KO's having a run-in with Austin Theory.
Yeah, he's putting him over.
What are they doing? Why are they
well
building
and truly putting him over? Going back to the Raw review, he's putting over freaking KO. Theory so much.
We've got to rebuild him. We've got so much rebuilding of Theory to do. Really got to rebuild him. Because at this moment in time, he is just a joke. And
I think they need
only
to
way
steer
you're
him
gonna
away
get
from
is...
being a new Cena.
I hope he doesn't become a new Cena. I mean, the fact of the matter is...
that's what I'm saying. They need to steer him away from that. Because otherwise, he's just going to be seen as a rip-off.
But
you're just copying what someone else has done.
He ain't got the charisma. He ain't got the draw of a Cena.
But the fact is, he got beaten by KO this week. Again.
Yeah, but that was also thanks to Johnny Gargano.
But you've got to also remember, how long did that match go for and how good a match it was? That's how you do rope.
It went for oh God, how long was it? How long did it go for?
That 10-15 minutes,
10-15 minute match.
I am looking forward to...
She's unheard of on Raw in the past.
I'm looking forward to Monday Night Raw next week when KO and Johnny Gargano take on the Alpha Academy. I'm looking forward to it.
That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Shoosh! Thank you! But no, I'm looking forward to that match.
It's once again, there's this thing with Gargano, is they were trying to put him across as this little guy who beats the big guys, and they put him in the ring against somebody smaller than him, and that guy smaller than him fucking whooped him about.
I
That would
mean,
be strange.
did we see the heat on Dominic this week?
Oh my god, I've never seen someone get so much hate.
Literally, that bloke got booed out
They
of the
would
arena.
not let him
They
speak.
didn't let him speak. The fact of the matter is, the thing with Dominic Mysterio, as much as he is a Mysterio, I don't rate him. He's fucking bollocks.
I feel like he doesn't really have a personality.
It's like I said to
He
you.
doesn't have a style.
It's like I said to you a few weeks ago, Leon. It's too gangly for my opinion. He's fucking 6 foot tall. He's too gangly. And he's definitely a Guerrero and not a fucking Mysterio. Because where the hell did Rey Mysterio inherit? Where did Dom inherit those fucking 6 foot tall? Because Ray's like 5'3". He's probably
Yeah, but that
Where
doesn't
did he get
really
that
mean
luscious
shit,
black
though.
hair?
Where did he get that luscious black hair?
And that Latino heat. With his mamacita. Mamacita Rhea.
I love Rhea Ripley, but I just don't know where the feud is going to go between the two of them. I hope it's like I said a few weeks ago. I hope that it pushes to the whole Mamacita, Eddie Guerrero,
I want him to split off.
Latino Heat ripoff.
Yeah. Because it'd be great for both of them.
Yeah, it would be.
You have Rhea. I'm still saying Rhea. You have Rhea kicking blokes' asses because she's defending Dominic. And you've got Dominic as the lying, cheating, stealing son of a bitch, proper paying homage to Eddie. But if he's going to do it, he really needs to work on those Three Amigos, because that Three Amigos he did was absolutely shit.
Shocking. He can't.
If you're going to do it, you fucking pop your legs, mate. You don't just waft them slightly.
Nah. You put your leg out, you cross it over and swap, didn't you? And then you swap it. Yeah. I just don't. So like I said to you, I just don't rate Dominic Mysterio as a professional wrestler. He's too gangly. I don't like it. He's too big. He's too big for the luchador. He's too big for the luchador whole flipping, flapping, twisting, shaking, juking, jiving, and all that bollocks.
I don't think he is, to be honest.
Are you agreeing with me, or?
No, I don't think he's too tall.
Sponsored by Freeway Cola. GGBBW.
Where the hell did that come from?
It's because I had a drink. But no, I don't think he is too tall. I feel like he's good.
He's 8 foot,
but
6
he
foot
has
12.
A lot of room to improve.
There's room for improvement, and then there's just you just don't throw a guy. Has he done a finisher yet? I don't think he's done a finisher yet, because I think
he's done the 619.
He's done the 619.
Yeah, he's done.
And he does the frog splash as well.
Times.
No,
and the frog.
Yeah, but has he done one since he's become his own man? Since
because he's not really had a match. He's only had one match.
He's had a match with Edge.
Yeah, how did that end?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's only had the one match, so it's a bit unfair to go. Has he done any finishing moves since he's been his own?
No,
man?
I mean, I'm not saying it's harsh.
I think what he means is, what is his finisher?
Is he using?
I think he's going to keep the 619.
I don't think he will, because I think Daddy's going to.
I think he'll go full Eddie.
He'll if he's going to go completely away from Ray, he will use the whole carry on amongst yourselves. I will be right back.
All right, well, just between me and you now, Leo.
Yeah, sir.
But
yes,
no, I do agree with you. I think if he is going to go off and do his own thing, it's going to have to be that he takes after Eddie just to spite Ray, because that's what I can see happening. Because I can see in the future there will be a Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio match. It's going to
it's
happen.
Mania. It's Mania. All written all over it. It's a 100% Mania match. And,
but I can see him like proper getting in the head of Rey, coming out to like Eddie's music or something.
the Lowrider, the lot.
Yep.
Latino
And I'll
Heat
tell you what,
tights.
if he does, I'm going to fucking dig it because it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
What's the one way you can mess with your dad's head? Come out as Eddie. He's got the hair. He's kind of got
Tash is on the way.
He's kind of got that hairstyle. Like you said, the Tash is on its way. All he's got to do the trunk, do the leg pants,
Right.
your entrance and stuff, and the moves. He's poorly done, but the Three Amigos he's already done.
But he's got to learn how to do the moves. He's got to do that rope. You know, the rope turbo. Basically, where he gets on the side of the ring, jumps over the top rope, and shoulder barges him on the floor. That was pure Eddie. He got to hit all the Eddie moves, and then he's got to become a lie, cheating steel man. So he's got to do the whole banging the chair on the floor and falling on the ground to make it look like to the ref he's been hit by the steel chair. He's got to do the whole boot coming off when someone's going to try and do an ankle lock move on him. You know, he's got to hit all the Eddie moves. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, they could go another way with him. They could go the way that he becomes a complete
new person.
Kind of. But he just basically absorbs everything from Ripley. So he starts doing the riptide, her finisher, and stuff like that, and basically becomes her puppet. They could go that route with him as well, which I could see happening. And that then differentiates him.
Yeah, I also think maybe, I don't know if this would work, but in my head it kind of sounds like a sick idea, is having a combination of Eddie and Ripley in him. So he's got like the frog splash and the lie, cheat, and steal kind of vibe, but then he's got that aggression from Ripley.
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
Because that would tie into him being fucking tall.
There's a lot of different ways that they can take him, but I do look forward to seeing a match between Rey and Dom.
This is literally, like I say, that's got Mania written all over it. This will be drawn out.
This is a decent story. I'm quite invested in this story.
Your boy's back.
Oh no, Chris is back.
Mm.
But no. I don't know if you agree with that one, but I'm quite invested into this story of Dominic Mysterio at the moment.
Yeah, no, I don't get you. It's like, but what do you do with Edge now? Edge needs something new. Where do you go with the rest of the Judgment Day? You can't have a 3-man team constantly feud with one man. 4-man team.
Well, no, cause I got to admit, them constantly just going after Rey is getting boring.
Well, they've tried to recruit AJ Styles now, haven't they?
Well, they haven't. Finn did.
AJ's faced them before. He was facing them with Edge. So why throw AJ back into that mix? Unless you are going to actually tease that he
trying to get him to join them.
But for a team that wanted to be new and improved and better than the old timers, why would you go for someone with 20 plus years experience in the business? Do you know what I mean?
They should be like Austin Theory. They should be going after people like that, the younger to people, and building it up from there.
That's why I'm kind of happy that they went for Dom, because this gives Dom a chance to get out of his dad's shadow as such and try and find a personality of his own.
We said this a few weeks. We said this. Go on. Go on. Don't give me that stare.
We're saying that you want to get him out of his dad's shadow, but the entire storyline is him and his dad. So you're not getting away from his shadow at all. In fact, his shadow looms large over him. Until you get rid of Rey from that entire storyline, it is basically the Mysterios.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that shadow's not going anywhere,
But
bro.
no, you see what I mean, though? Like, this is him kind of stepping out of his dad's shadow, showing that he's going to have his own sort of personality and stuff.
He'll have his own personality, but with Rhea Ripley in his ear. But until he can break away, from Rey, it's like me. It's like we said a few weeks ago, Leon. Get him in NXT. Get Rey in NXT, where he can train the new kids, hone their craft, and leave Dom on the main roster. Give him a championship title run, like a singles championship title run. Let him see how he does with that, and then
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I don't think
triumphant return and says, "Look, Dominic, Miko, and all that."
You've just reminded me of something.
Go on.
When is Black and Gold NXT back? Is it this week? Is it tomorrow night?
I don't think so. It's
tonight. Sorry.
And while you're checking that, I'm going to have to disagree with the whole Dominic and a singles title thing. I don't think he's ready for that. Not by a long shot.
Tag team. They'll go tag team win. When they eventually get him off the Usos.
I have to say, I like Dom. I've made this clear already. But even I don't think he is ready for a singles title. He still has a lot to learn. A lot. Because when he came into the WWE scene, instant tag team. Instantly.
Yep. It was always...
So he's not had that experience of Solo's competitor. And alright, granted, he's not really going to get that kind of experience at the moment being in the Judgment Day. But he'll probably be in more singles matches than what he would have been with his dad. Because every time he's in a match with his dad, majority of the time, it is a tag match.
Yeah, but all you've done is you've changed the manager from Ray to Rhea. Rhea.
Rhea.
God. Yeah. All you've done is changed the manager. That's all you've done with him.
Yes, but I feel like now he's going to have more singles matches. It's not going to be...
a lot to say about Dom, haven't you?
Yes, I like Dom. No, I'm just saying, because obviously every time, like when it was him and his dad, at least 8 out of 10 matches were tag matches with his dad. At least with him now in Judgment Day, it may go to 4 out of 10 matches are a tag match. So those other 6 matches will be singles matches. Which is what he needs. He needs that one-on-one match so he can learn, grow, and evolve.
I agree.
We can then, as a viewer, see his passion and what he's about. Because he, alone, has to bring it to the table. He can't just go, shit, something's going wrong, tag my dad. Because he's alone then. He has to... You know what I'm trying to get at? He has to be the face of it.
He has to be the breadwinner about it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, as much as I hate the fact that he's fighting with his dad, because he's fighting with his dad and shit, I get his story in that. But this is the best thing for Dom right now.
Of course. Nobody's disagreeing with that at all. Nobody.
I am looking forward to see what they do with him, because the kid has so much potential.
I do think we've talked about Dominic Mysterio for far too long.
Yeah.
Don't know he's
as much as he's good.
He's not.
He's not
That's
fantastic.
what we've said.
He's not
No,
fantastic.
as good as he is, there is a lot of room for improvement. I mean, a lot.
There's room for improvement, but you've got to be good at what you do, and he's not great at what he does.
Yeah, but now being in Judgment Day, he can pick things up from new people. Sort of
As one man once said to me a few weeks ago, you can't polish a turd.
Correct.
You can't polish a turd, and
No, I'm
unfortunately,
gonna have to stick my guns on
unfortunately,
this one. I think he's destined for great shit. To be honest.
nah, I don't.
It's never little shit. He's gonna be big shit.
Yes, this was great stuff.
Mate, you can put as much glitter on a fucking turd as you want, mate. It's still a fucking turd.
Yeah.
I
It's just
still have
sprinkles. It's just sparkling.
I got a lot of faith in him.
I agree with Leon, and he's not fantastic. He's not the best, but
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that he has that like the possibilities to be. If he puts that dedication and hard work into it,
it doesn't matter if he
I'm buying
puts.
you a Dominic shirt. I am definitely buying you a Dominic shirt. And you can put it on wall behind you for all your fucking lovely poster of him next to you. You can grow your hair out at back. Get your little tash.
But I'm sorry.
You know
I
what?
just
I
think
can actually see
if
Steve.
he puts the
Double
time in.
Tom Monk, Mysterio.
I could see Monk with a fucking mullet. We'll call it the Monkit. We'll call it the Monkit.
Love
But
it.
no, I think given the time, as long as he puts in that effort, I think he can do great shit.
We know you've said. You've
Mhm.
said
I know.
17 fucking times now.
And I will say
You've said it more
17
times
more.
than fucking John Cena and Ric Flair have held the gold. That's how many times you've told us.
Oh god, he has a massive point, Monk. He has a massive point. Right. Do we want this frigging Dexter Lumis and Miz feud to continue?
Yes! I love it. I just love all the crazy shit. I mean, he's
I
come
was
out of ring
honest-
now and fucking kidnapped a fruit ring. It's fucking amazing. I love it.
I bet they have serious Randy Orton Triple H vibes from this with the whole Dexter Lumis breaking into the Mrs. home.
That was funny.
The dude's a
so funny.
psycho.
He's brilliant.
He's so fucking
So
big
brilliant.
and it just works.
It does work. It does work. That's the thing.
And like me and you said before, Leon, it's that serial killer kind of vibe.
Well, it is. That's the character. That's
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But he was like, he was starting to go that way in NXT, weren't he? Before he got laid off.
Well, can you remember when he was kidnapping the Way, bits of the Way?
Yeah,
he kidnapped Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And they're just walking down the corridor. He's there with a big smile on his face. And just... Brilliant. Oh, I just love Loomis. It's so good. And then we had Dexter and fucking Indy Hartwell, the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. And he said his first ever words at the wedding. And he was walking around with a hatchet at all times. So
I look
good.
forward to seeing him in action on the main roster.
Yeah,
In a
I
match.
can't wait for him to actually
Because
wrestle.
I actually haven't seen him in a match yet.
He is good.
It's very, very... He's good. He's very good. But because the character's a serial killer, a lot of his moves are slow-down moves. Creepy moves. So he'll get him headlocks and stuff for long periods of time. But then he'll do a flip over at ropes. It's proper interesting wrestling from him.
Go and watch some of his stuff in NXT, man. When he first came in, Dexter Lumis as Sebastian Shaw in TNA was good. Fucking hell, his stuff in TNA as Sebastian Shaw was amazing, Monk. Seriously.
And he is a brilliant artist.
Yeah.
Like the pictures you see, they are genuinely his. He's really good at drawing.
He's incredible, Monk, and they need to do something with him because I like this whole fucking the big eyes and the fucking crazy look and
Yeah.
Miz basically just shits himself because a couple of weeks
look
ago
at Ciampa.
him and
Ciampa's a bit
Monk
tough guy, and even he.
I can't do.
him and Miz walking down the fucking Ciampa and Miz walking down the corridor and suddenly you see Loomis behind him and then suddenly Miz turns around, looks back and Loomis is nowhere to be fucking found. It's just it's that whole Predator kind of look. He's got that
Psychopath.
Yeah,
He's got the 1,000-yard stare down to a T.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
But he's so good. But watch some of his stuff in TNA. Watch some of his stuff in NXT. You've even got my fucking password for the network. Watch it. Seriously, watch some stuff. Go back. It's like we said a couple of weeks ago. Go back and watch some NXT stuff. Because the NXT Triple H era, fucking some of the best matches in the last decade. Some of the best
The thing with NXT, and it's because this is how it just worked, is the audience are all hardcore wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And they appreciate proper wrestling. And that's what you got. You got fast, indie-style wrestling, and it was pacey, it was hard-hitting, it was brutal. Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era just shone so brightly in that environment. Shinsuke Nakamura kicking people's heads off properly. Sami Zayn looked amazing there.
Neville?
Tyler Breeze was amazing in NXT. The beauty shot finisher, which is basically his spinning heel kick, looked so brutal. He's this model guy and he's all obsessed with his looks, but when he got in that ring he fucking kicked your ass, and he kicked it well. It was such a good character. Then he turned up on main brand and lost to Dolph Ziggler. It's just honestly, Monkey is the best wrestling you were ever going to see from WWE for years, and this is why we're so excited about Trips and Sean being in the positions they are, because we're just thinking, my God, we're going to get main roster NXT.
We're going to get we're going to get talent in NXT, which comes up to main roster when it's their time to come up, and they're going to freaking blow the roof off the place. Because it's
the problem I've got at the moment is I look at NXT and I don't see much talent there at the moment.
Not at the minute. Definitely not at the minute.
You reel off who you think's good. Braun Breaker. Tyler Bate now, because they've pinched him, but they're burying him.
He's going up against Justin
Nikita Lyons. I'm a big fan of Nikita Lyons.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
But
there's what you said to me a few weeks ago. There's a thing of liking and fancying.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is that as well. She's a lot of woman.
But
then you've got this new guy who's just turned up. What the fuck is he? What's he called now?
It is Aximo.
Yes.
He's facing.
No, not Aximo. The how do you say this comfortably on live on air? He's very camp. He's basically Velvet Dream 2.0.
Nathan Frazier.
Is that what he's called?
Nathan Frazier looks to even the series in the second match with an Exmo. You've got Nathan Frazier versus
no, it's not him.
Aximo or whatever his name is.
In Aximo a kid?
I don't know.
Just in a mask?
I don't know. Is he? Who's
I think he is, yeah. I think he's just a kid in a mask. A kid with a Spanish guy from NXT UK.
You've got Toxic Attraction to see if Ivy Neal
Right, okay,
and
yeah, fair enough. Toxic Attraction, Gigi Gigi, and
Gigi.
fantastic. Yeah.
You've got
Yeah, they're good.
Cora Jade.
I'm still not sold on.
Cora Jade kicks off
Cora.
the 2 year of the Generation of Jade against Wendy Chu. And Tyler Bate battles
Three brothers.
storied rival JD McDonough in a number one contender.
Yeah.
In a number one contender match. And that's tonight on the USA Network.
They've got some work to do. They've really got some work to do with that NXT lot. I watched that Worlds Collide, and there weren't that many. I walked away from thinking they were fucking great. So don't get me wrong, it was a good event, but
I think jeez, I'll tell you one thing. The triple threat match between the NXT Women's, Mandy Rose, Brie Davenport, or whatever her name is, and the WWE NXT UK champion. What a triple threat. What a triple threat. But the match with Braun and Tyler Bate, I think Tyler should have won. But as much as they were pushing Braun to be this next big champion, the titles have disappeared now. They don't carry two titles.
oh no, that was the whole point of it, was to wipe off NXT UK. It's gone now. It's dead. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. It's dead.
You've got the title.
I've got the original first title, the one which Tyler Bate first raised in the air. That's what I've got. And then Pete Dunne took it off him.
Yeah.
Once again, right? If you want another match to watch, Monk, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne for the first ever NXT UK champion.
Amazing.
What a match.
Amazing match.
Absolutely amazing. If you want to realise why I'm in love with Bate and Dunne, that's the match to watch. It's just wrestling porn.
I'm looking you actually dead in the eye right now. It is such an amazing match. It is so fucking good. Literally, it's so good. You can't go wrong.
There thinking,
you cannot
I've
go
got
wrong.
so much else to do.
You asked me to do so much, I can't do all of it.
Literally, I'm going to be watching WWE. I'm going to be streaming as much as I can on this week off because I freaking can. Tomorrow, Alex is at home because she's got the day off.
Because I fucking can, because I'm off all the time.
No, it's not the fact that it's not the fact of that. It's I booked the week off for my birthday.
When is it, by the way?
Huh?
When is the big B day?
The big B day is literally in an hour and 10 minutes.
Is that when you're 33 again, mate?
33. I hit officially 33 at 1:31.
Are you actually 33?
I am actually 33.
Where the fuck did I pull that from?
Yeah. 33.
Or,
yeah.
as me and Charlie said, 70.
Yeah.
Or 60. Or 90.
I've officially turned 33 at 1:21, 1:31 on Wednesday morning. That is when I officially turn 33.
I'm going to say it now because I will be asleep when it happens. But happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah.
But the thing is, when the podcast goes live, it will go live on my birthday. So leave your lovely comments on our pages and wish me happy birthday.
How long have we been going
being
for?
rude for you guys ignoring you. I was just on the YouTube looking at Dexter Lumis.
Yeah.
I saw the part where you guys were talking about how he went up behind Austin Theory.
Yeah.
and kidnapped him. Hilarious.
Yeah.
That was sick. The way that Johnny Gargano then went out to the ring, went to do like a high five or whatever it was, and then realised that he wasn't there was just priceless. It was brilliant. And
Never
then
noticed until that point.
I just watched small, obviously as YouTube do, WWE do with their YouTube. They put like small clippets of the match up on YouTube. I saw the match between Dexter and Austin, and wow! After seeing that, I'm even more excited to see Dexter on the main roster fight.
Yeah.
Very excited to see that.
Brilliant, mate. Literally,
He's right up your alley as well as a type of person because you're into these dark horror stuff.
I was literally going to say, are you trying to call Monkey a psychopath?
He knows.
Are you literally trying to call him a sociopath that just stays in his bedroom, rocking back and forward, watching the TV, going, "Oh my god, what am I going to do today? Because I'm so bored."
Do a Dexter stare right into the camera.
I am not doing that. I will do that once I have watched him a little bit more and studied him.
Yeah, and studied him.
Because I'm telling you what, with your blue eyes, it's going to work.
Yeah.
Well,
how long have we been going for, Chris?
We have been talking about everything wrestling, WWE, Karrion Kross, NXT, Raw, SmackDown,
I didn't need to. I want
else.
another time.
We have been streaming for 1 hour and 47 minutes and 10 seconds.
So we definitely got past the hour mark then.
Yeah.
My phone says it's 1:49, mate.
Yours is 1:49. Yeah, because
my phone says you've been going for 1 hour and 49 minutes.
Yeah, because I had to stop, didn't I? Because I put the wrong freaking stream title, so I had to stop and reopen. But last match,
I've only just opened your stream on my phone because I got it open on my PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
I've only just opened it on my phone, and the phone still says 1 hour and 49 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So that's been a decent little chat.
It has.
Mm.
So the last match.
What were you on about last match?
On Raw.
Are we on about Monday Night Raw?
Monday Night Raw.
What?
Bayley versus Alexa Bliss.
I haven't seen that.
Okay. Like I said, the only thing I got from this is halfway through, at some point, the lights went out for a second. Fiend.
But I'm not interested with this. Bayley is going to become women's champion against Bianca Belair at Extreme Rules.
Hey, Bayley.
Ooh, I wanna know.
I wanna know. Would you be my
Be
girl?
my girl.
That was 20 minutes in that arena in one.
Straight.
Not even taking a freaking breath.
To the point where even when we got to the service station on the way home, the kids were still doing it to random strangers.
Yeah.
I'll rate it. But no, as for the match that happened on Monday night, I cannot comment on it or anything because I did not watch that one.
It was
as awful as it sounds, I have literally no interest, even though I absolutely adore Bayley. And I can't wait for her to get the belt off Bianca.
Yeah, I agree. That's what they're going to go for. They're going to have all of Damage Control holding singles and women's tag team titles. That's
Imagine if Bloodline turned up and beat down.
Do you know what? Oh. Do you know what would make that so much? Would make that fantasy booking is if Naomi.
Oh, we know what's coming. Yeah.
Naomi.
Come on, we know he's coming.
Naomi comes back, becomes tag team champions, becomes women's Raw women's, and becomes women's SmackDown, and takes everything.
She's going to turn up with Sasha as well. Yeah. I'm sorry to say.
Unfortunately.
And they are going to win the belts.
Yeah. Have you seen?
It's written in the stars.
Have you seen the new leaked version of the tag team titles?
Yeah.
What do we think?
I haven't
Awful.
seen them.
It's
Can someone
horrid.
send me a picture of them, please?
I will get it up.
I will have to, yeah, I'll find them for you. But what it is, I'll describe it. You know the actual belts at the moment are those circles with the two gladiator helmets in. It's just big circle. Have I
Not
got
really.
a little baby one? Hold on. Let me see if I've got a tag belt up here. I don't think I have, actually. I think I got rid of tag belts. Oh no. Jeffrey's got one. Come here, Jeff. Jeffrey.
That is so blurry on my phone.
So
Yeah, I remember that tag title.
So that's the belts they've got currently at the moment. And they've got a little round thing there. A little round thing there. So it's just that still, except instead of the gladiator helmets that you can see there, it's now just a big WWE.
I've just sent it you, mate, in the chat.
Cheers, mate. Oh, sorry, that's what the new tag titles are going to look like.
That is what the tag title is going to look like.
I'm sorry, but that looks so dead.
But the leaked version of the WWE Universal Championship is right next to it, where it's got the WWE logo in the middle with a Raw with a Raw thing on the left hand side and a SmackDown
The Raw
thing.
side plate and a SmackDown side plate. Yeah.
Well, people wouldn't.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but that tag title looks dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It looks so fucking boring. They're killing the titles because they're just all looking the fucking same.
Yep.
Ugh, they're fucking ruining it, man.
100%.
So is that what? Is that going to be the same for the women's tag team titles, or are they staying how they are?
I have no idea.
From what I heard, they were going to stay as they are, the women's, because the design of the women's was going to be copied into the blokes. But I don't know now, not from what we've seen coming.
But yeah, no, if that is the title that they're going to give us, it looks so shit.
Yeah, I agree.
The thing for me, though, is if the plan is to split the belts, then why fucking make a single belt?
Because
I mean, unless it's for the time being until they split them, have that single one, and then when they split them, just bring the separate ones back.
For me, what they should do is they should keep them as the separates as they are, and then when Cody eventually wins them, which is where I still think it's going, have Cody be the one to drop them in the bin and reveal new classic-looking belts.
Yeah.
Because that's what Cody was. We're all about tradition.
Yeah.
And if you want to bring back all this traditional stuff,
Daddy, and Daddy was traditional, it makes a lot of sense to do it.
He was a blue-collar man.
It just makes more sense to do it like that. It does.
I agree. Because
I can't wait for Cody to recover and get back. I'm also looking forward to Big E coming back, to be honest, because his injury wasn't career-threatening, apparently, and he's perfectly fine. Apparently,
where are New Day, by the way?
Leo,
they've gone to shit.
They've well and truly gone to shit. Being overshadowed by Alpha Academy, fucking Butch Brothers or whatever, the Brawling Brutes.
Brawling Brutes. They wrestled on Raw.
Yeah.
And won.
Yep.
Apparently they're taking on the Uso for the belts on SmackDown.
But it's funny because brand split LOL. I don't reckon there's going to be a draft this year.
No?
Nah. I don't reckon there will be. They'll just keep it the way it is. I don't think it's going to go that way at all. But I think we've pretty much hit the nail on the head. We are coming like 5 minutes away from the 2 hour mark. Part of me really wants to go another hour, so I jump into my birthday and we can literally celebrate. But
unfortunately,
But that's not
I
gonna
do
work,
have to go
Mr.
to
Leon.
bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then
I've got a life.
yeah, I have one as well. But
Did you lads like my new emote that I've
that
got?
looks so cool.
I can't see what it is on there.
It's a gorilla monkey thing. It's like a zombified look. I'll send it in on the Discord real quick.
But the fact of the matter is,
Actually, I have it saved. I can send it on WhatsApp.
But the fact is, it's what? Why if it's a gorilla, if you're called monkey? Monkey and
Because
gorilla.
they're all part of the same kind of family, ain't they?
No, they're two different things.
They literally are different. Yeah,
They are different.
One's
One's a
Sort
primate.
of.
One's a marsupial. One's a primate. It's two different
Yeah.
fucking.
Well,
two
I
different-
don't know. Just look for yourself. Either way, I think it looks badass.
It does.
As long as
but-
you're happy.
It does, but you should be called Gorilla Bot Death.
Because my mate drew it
That's
for me.
big.
My mate drew it for me. That's hand drawn by one of my friends.
Aww.
That's fucking.
He literally messaged me on Discord earlier this morning when I was out with my dad shopping and was like, "Little surprise for you." I was like, "Okay." And then when I opened it, the picture popped up, and he drew it for me, designed it all for me. I was like, "Oh, all right." Literally out of nowhere.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to argue with it.
good lad. Yeah, but we're gonna
And
call
I
you.
think, boys, I'm looking at me one of my new tattoos right there.
Remember, you got to get the
That's it.
fist.
I've still got to do that.
You still got to get the
Still gotta
fist.
do that. I reckon Leon should get it done as well.
I'm not. No. My first ever tattoo is not going to be your free fisted me.
What about you, Chris? You going to get that done as well, or?
Probably not. If you want to,
I'm going to get the GBB logo. For fuck you.
You
I'm
know-
also getting
you
that.
know that does seem so cool. It's just to get it somewhere.
It's going to get there. No, I'm not. Get it there like Cody.
Yeah. on his fucking neck.
To be perfectly honest with you, you know how I've obviously got like this one here?
Yeah,
I might have the GBB logo done here on the opposite side.
it would not surprise me, Monk, that you would do that. God bless you.
How dare you steal my idea already?
I'm
Can't
sorry.
vote for me, son.
No, not allowed, mate.
Well then,
Yeah, but you
Well
gotta
then,
remember
boys.
me. I'm running out of room.
That's up to you, that, bro.
have
Anyway,
it.
go on, Monk. Chris, what were you saying?
We are literally 2 minutes away from hitting the 2 hour mark. I think we've literally talked. I think we've talked AEW, WWE, WCW, TNA, Ring of Honor, fucking everything. New Japan, Pro
Yep.
Wrestling, PAWL,
Yep.
and all that bollocks. So, in the nicest
We
way
have
possible.
got the world up with the current news of the
I
White
think
Rabbit.
we've done very well to cover a bit of everything.
Yeah, 100%. And now I'm going to post a video on Twitter, and hopefully John Cena sends me a new version of my picture frame with a fucking brand new signature, because that is fucking pathetic. So, as always,
I'll actually
this...
just send you a video of him going, "You can't see."
Yeah, he will, yeah. So, in the nicest way possible, you twat. It's so nice to put in episode 3 of the Wrestle Talk, or the Wrestle Chat, the GBBW Wrestle Chat, from all of us. It's C.W.G 7263, it's Starboard UK, and it's Gorilla Bot Death.
Son of a bitch.
Take care.
Yeah.
Take care. Spike your hair.
hair.
And we will see you in another blockbuster, brilliant episode.